gentlemen, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for this devotional. Today we begin chapter 5 of Galatians. I'm going to read verse 1. It states this: "For freedom, Christ has set us free. Stand firm, therefore, and do not submit again to a yoke of slavery." So at this point, Paul is concluding his thoughts from chapter 4 in that he has laid out how we arrived at our freedom in Christ. And his purpose in verse 1 here is to point out that we have been set free. Again, this is not freedom to sin or do whatever we want, but freedom from the bondage of sin. But now he adds in this brand new image, and it's one of the yoke. Now, a yoke was something that a farmer used to restrain an unsubmissive animal. It's something that they wore on their neck as an animal, and they used it as a tool to guide and direct them. Therefore, Paul infers that men needed one of these for a while, like unrestrained animals. And the law behaved like a yoke, restraining us as men. But the purpose of the law was different from the purpose of Christ. One resulted in slavery and the other resulted in freedom. But now the freedom that we are given in Christ is not something to be taken for granted or abused in any way. It's not freedom to do nothing or whatever we want, but freedom to do one thing. And the one thing we do is mentioned in this verse. It's stand firm in Christ and in his will. We stand firm. We no longer carry the yoke of slavery, but we take the yoke of Christ. And here is what Jesus says about this, actually in the Gospel of Matthew, and many of you know where I'm going with this. He said, "Come to me, all who labor and are heavy laden, and I will give you rest." Then he says, "Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and lowly in heart, and you will find rest for your souls." And here's the clincher. He says, "For my yoke is easy and my burden is light." So fellas, are you looking to lighten your load today? Then stop trying to carry it yourself. Let Jesus carry it for you. His yoke is easy and his burden is very light. I love you guys. Thanks for joining me today. I hope this has blessed you in every way. Maybe lightens your burdens today. If so, let me know below, and I'll see you right back here again tomorrow.